telling NBC his choice to skip the Olympics and send Brian Boitano instead is, quote, just fine. The president handpicked Boitano as part of his delegation, which includes high-profile gay athletes. It's a direct message to the Russians. Tonight, we go behind the scenes with Boitano, whose life has changed dramatically. The exclusive interview with the gold medalist and Sunnyvale product. How long has it been? 1988? If you help me with the math, 98,
Hey,
28.
stop counting. Who's counting, for God's sake? 26 years.
26 years since striking gold and building the Boitano brand. A skating career which has fueled a TV career. Slicing and dicing for the Food Network and currently rebuilding his family home in Italy for HGTV.
That's so wild, huh?
But it's here at his longtime San Francisco home where the 50-year-old Boitano is adjusting to his new life.
The fact that we've got folks like Billie Jean King or Brian Boitano who themselves have been world-class athletes that everybody acknowledges for their excellence but also for their character, who also happen to be members of the LGBT community.
A private life that was made public by the president. So the president, the White House calls you, says we want to put you to the delegation. You then realize what this delegation is. Did you at any point feel blindsided or just betrayed at all by the president?
You know, at first I sort of scratched my head, and then I looked at it as an opportunity because the platform is so huge. It's literally our president sending a message of tolerance and diversity to another country and basically saying, we as Americans are moving forward, and if you don't keep up with us, we're going to move forward without you.
I've known you pretty well for almost 10 years now. You're no pushover.
No.
If you had President Obama's cell phone number, how would that conversation go?
I would actually thank him for having me. I've been actually toying with the idea. I think I want to write him an email and thank him for, choosing me for this delegation and giving me the opportunity to spread his word and to spread his idea.
What's among the first things that come back to your mind when you think about 1988?
I think probably the very end of the program, how I felt at the very end of all my visualizations and manifestations coming to fruition at that moment. There's no better feeling than like literally having that moment where you're looking back at what you just did and saying to yourself, I did it. I really did it. And it was the most important night of my life.
You ever think of the, I don't want to say downside, but just all the work and the struggle to get to that point?
I think about that a lot. But that's really part of me still now to this day, because my work ethic I carry with me to nowadays. I mean, there are things from the Olympics that are so far in the past, like the end of that program that I'll never feel again, because it was a once-in-a-lifetime type of thing. But the work ethic and the tools that I learned to prepare myself for that moment are still tools that I use to this day.
You want to keep doing TV work, or is there another project you want to take on? You've done the books, you're doing TV. Is there something else kind of hidden that we don't know about?
I've always wanted to anchor, the news on NBC.
Maybe someday soon. One more business note to add. Boitano says he's been receiving more calls and interest from agents and producers since he's come out about his sexuality. We'll be posting this segment on our website. There you can also